Hi YouTube family, it's Lisa Bean coming at you with my 28th week update post VSG surgery. I had my surgery on July 1st, 2013, starting in at 266 pounds. Today I step on the scale and I'm 193. I almost don't want to take that loss because I don't do half pounds and I'm in that middle mark. So I could really say that I didn't have much of a loss. But I'm going to take the 193. So, all right. Sorry. Crazy day. I started off as a crazy day today. Today's this Monday. I mean, it is like 7:45 and it's already been a shitty ass Monday. Long story. Husband peed me off about the car. Almost get rear-ended by another car of a woman trying to get her kid to the bus. Just take a deep breath. Okay, so what did I do this week? I have upped my calories this week. I'm doing about 1,000 calories a day. And I started adding in some vegetables, and I've actually some days eaten a small apple, which was nice because I haven't done that in forever. So to eat some kind of fruit was a nice thing to do. It really was. And getting in some vegetables was great. Not as much as I would have wanted to because I was lazy and didn't get to the store, so I just had some things that I had around the house, but I'm going to start making more. One of the things my nutritionist, and I spoke to this last week, was talking about was actually making a plate of proteins and complex carbs and some simple carbs, more of a normal, quote unquote, more normal plate of food than what I've been doing. What I've been doing in the past was kind of like, some days I would just have a piece of fish and that was it. Like I would actually eat 4 ounces of fish or 4 ounces of chicken or 4 ounces of steak, and I really wouldn't have anything else. I was just focusing on really getting up my protein. But I think I have a good handle on getting my protein up and also bringing in some other things to enjoy. So the complex carbs, she couldn't explain to me anymore, and I think I was not specific in my last video of how important they are to your body and your daily routines, energy, proper brain function, so forth and so on. So she really wanted me to start making a normal plate of food. And again, just having little bitsies of everything. And I was trying to go full board on always at every meal eating as much protein, but I guess kind of where I'm at this stage, that doesn't really necessarily mean the name of the game. So I've been making, putting in those vegetables, having some simple carbs, starches, and complex carbs. That was really the most. My simple, to just give you an example, the other day I had pork tenderloin. So I would pretty much try to have 4 ounces of that, or 3.5 and a little bit of vegetable, but now I'm having like 2 to 3 ounces of meat, and then I'd have a little bit of complex carb, and then even like a tiny smidge of like a potato or rice or something like that. So trying to make more of a well-balanced meal. And as my snack a few times, I've had a whole apple with some peanut butter. So it actually worked out pretty good. And let me tell you, those extra calories that you have go pretty quickly. I didn't think that they would, but they actually are. And then some of the other things that I'm struggling with this week, I have just been carb crazy. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just, well, shit. I didn't bring them down here with me, but one of the things that are the devil, like my goldfish that everyone knows that I just fucking love, and I will not give up because they are my drug. But my new drug that I found was those Snap Pea crisps. They have different flavors, wasabi, ranch, slightly salted, and they're the devil because they're delicious. And I've been kind of using them as, in my mind, I think I'm using them as my chips, my snack. And I've been snacking a little bit on those. I don't know what it is. I just been wanting to break out of the good mold, and I keep looking at why, and I don't really know. I just everyone knows my nemesis has always been treats. I love treats. It's not so much eating big in the sittings. That never was my issue. My issue is the snacking, the mindless snacking on treats, and it's kind of coming back. I don't know why. A couple different things. I know on Facebook, I think it was, one of Sandra's posts were that she's really hungry again. And I have to tell you, so am I. No lie, not going to lie to anyone. It ain't head hunger. Like, because if it is, head hunger is a bitch. Because I take Prilosec every day, so it's not like I have extra acid in my stomach. With the protein inhibitor, pump inhibitor, whatever the fuck I'm taking for acid, like, there's probably no acid left in my belly. And I was taking that before surgery anyway. So it's not like, oh, it's acid. It's not like I'm thirsty, because I'm already drinking like 120 ounces of water. I'm not including my shake or my decaf coffee or anything like that. That is straight up water. So A, it's not like I'm dehydrated. B, it's not like I have acid. I am freaking hungry. I am hungry. Like, in 2 hours, I am freaking hungry. And I don't know what size bougie or whatever the hell I had, but I know some people are like, ooh, I can't even remember to eat some days. I can't even think of eating. I don't even know I have to set an alarm to eat. Like, no. I eat and I'm freaking hungry. So that's been a little bit of a struggle for me lately. You know, that has been pretty hard to control, not wanting to eat mindlessly. And you know what? And it's not even like mindlessly eating stuff. Like, I'll go for a cheese stick or maybe some little chunks of chicken. Like, I want to eat. Like, and not always, but I do get hungry. So, Sandra, I know where you're coming from. I've been hungry. It's back. Like, it is back. And I can tell you, there are not many things. There are not many things that I could eat that I could go, ooh, that made me feel shitty. Like, no. I could eat chocolate. I could eat Chinese food. I could eat some pizza. Like, no. Pretty lucky in that category. Or am I? Don't know. But anyway, so some of the things I did in NSV. I went to, it's kind of funny, NSV. Last week I went to Victoria's Secrets. Now, I have not been to Victoria's Secrets in over 10 years. You know, once you get into that 40 plus bust size, forget it. You're 40Ds and over, finding things in the store at Victoria's Secrets just really not going to happen. You know, it's just not going to happen. So one of the reasons why I went there was I wanted to get some bras, obviously, but I wanted to get measured. So I went in there and, oh my God, it was like teeny bop central. So there were all these young girls in there. So it wasn't even, I didn't even have a fat issue. I had like a fucking 40, you're 43 around 24-year-olds. Like, they weren't even 24. I think they were maybe like 18, 16. Like, these chicks were young. And you know what? It was a Friday night when I went there, and it was like teeny bopper heaven. Some of them had their little boyfriends there, and I have to try so hard to remember, like, no, I'm not even going to remember. I'm going to tell you, kids nowadays, they are not cool, okay? Kids nowadays are little fucking punks, and I will kick both my kids' asses if they ever even act like some of these kids were acting. Seriously, kids today, a lot of them, not cool, okay? I could distinctly remember 16. Not the best, just drinking and smoking already, but whatever. I did not act like these kids do act. So anyway, I'm in Victoria's Secret. There's all these little teeny boppers around with their little boyfriends. Little boyfriends, like, you know, at the mannequins, look at her boobies, the nipples are sticking through. Like, I even looked looked at like too, like, seriously, like you think mannequin nipples are funny, like, and the girl saw me like looking at her boyfriend and his friend like, are you kidding? And she was like, you guys are immature. And he's like, that's right, I'm immature. Like, you were, like, you never seen fake tits before, you got a problem, dude. Seriously got a problem. So I was just annoyed about the whole thing. And then who comes to measure me but more teeny boppers? And she's like, do you want to go in, do you want to go in a little stall for me to measure you? And I go out, no. I drop my bags. I'm like, you can measure me right here. Trust me. My crotch was open for many people having babies. You measuring me with a little measuring thing is not going to bug me in front of a bunch of people. So, needless to say, she measured me up, and, I was able to buy some bras there, which was cool. Bigger than I thought still. I thought that I would be down a little bit more, but, you know what? I'll get there. So, anyway, going into Victoria's Secrets, it was cool. I will probably just go online from now on until I want to be measured again, but to stay away from the annoyances. But it wasn't even, I was so worried about going in there and it being a heavy, like I was going to feel embarrassed because I was like a heavy thing. And it wasn't. I was totally annoyed about young punks that weren't cool, that were annoying. And I come home and I was telling my husband about it. He's like, don't hate them because they're young and vibrant and skinny. Don't hate them. Don't hate them because they're having fun on a Friday, freeless, with their boobies, buying sexy lingerie for the boyfriends. Don't hate them. He always says it to me. But whatever. I was like, no. I'm like, second of all, how do these kids afford? I mean, I bought 3 bras and it was $140. How do these kids buy these bras and underwear? I don't get it. I don't know. But, so whatever. So I did that. Victoria's Secrets. Yeah, I was in. Some of the things just before I go, because I'm already edging on, just rambling crap to you. But the other thing that I've been just feeling is, I don't know, I guess I'm going to say jealousy of some people's journeys. And when I say that I see some journeys and, people talk about how they have so much support around them and people are so happy they're losing weight and they can't believe how much they lost. And not that I'm asking or looking for a boo-hoo, poor Lisa kind of thing, but sometimes my journey is a little tough because my weight loss is pretty much just expected through everybody. I think I told you before, my whole life I was pretty lucky to be thin forever. Like, until the last 10 years, I was always slender. So, the last 10 years, I gained all my weight and I was heavy. But it doesn't make it any easier. And I think not everybody, not all my friends and family, but a good majority, my husband included, although he's supportive, he also just finds it expected. Like, whenever I hit a milestone or, I'm at 193, it's kind of like big shit. You're still so fucking overweight. Like, used to be 140, used to be 150. So to be 193, it's like you're still fat, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of tough sometimes to contend with. I'm a pretty tough person, and I pretty much have the mentality, right? I don't need you to like me. I don't need people to be my friends. Like, you like me or you don't. If you don't, I don't care. It's like I never was a person to try to get in cliques or be accepted or whatever, because I just was. I was like the chameleon. When everyone talks about being selfish and right now you need to be selfish for yourself, I never had a problem with that, because, not proud to say, I always have been selfish. I've always looked out for me. I've always done stuff for me. Like, Lisa was number one, always. And my close family members and my husband will tell you, that is how I rolled pretty much my whole life. I pretty much came first and did what I wanted to do. That's why I've been divorced. Divorced and remarried to the same man, which is a whole nother video. But Lisa always cared about Lisa, so it's not the problem. Just like, I saw another one of my friends. I saw a good friend last week, and you know, when she saw me, now we've been friends for many, 38 years, I think, to be exact. And when I saw her, she was like, oh, wow, you know, you lost some weight. And she's like, you know, lift up your shirt. Let me see the extra skin. I'm curious to see how much extra skin you had. And wow, your thighs are still fucking big, dude. And your belly's still sticking out. Like, and although I appreciate bluntness, because I rather have bluntness than somebody bullshitting me, saying, oh, you look good, and then leaving going, oh my God, is she still fucking fat? So I'm glad, but a part of it is kind of hard sometimes to take, because she's known me my whole life skinny. So to me, she was just like, oh my God, you got so much more to go. Like, because people remember what I looked like. And so that part of my journey gets rough, because it's always just expected. You know, it's not a big deal. It's always expected. And when people see me, they're like, yeah, you lost weight, but you still got a lot to go to look how you did. You know, so it sucks. Sometimes I just got to tell you, it sucks. Because maybe if I was always heavy, then I'd be hearing the opposite. I don't know what's good or bad. But you know what? I looked at her, I smirked, and I was like, I still got 30 more pounds to go. You know, 30 pounds still is a lot more to go, and it's a lot better than I was. And mind you, she was like, hey, cool that you got that off. And obviously she's like, you know, when I saw you in the summer, dude, your face was round, your belly was huge, and your arms were like ham hocks. And it's like, thank you. Love you, Maria. But so that's my things this week. Just wanted to get that off. Like, again, not looking for boohoo, poor Lisa, but I thank you, YouTube guys, because like with your comments and things you say, that has helped me go in tremendously. You don't even know. So, hey, let's have a good week. I rambled enough. Everyone have a good one, and I'll see you next week. Bye.